it's like an hour per piece or something.
Each would set you up then as, or some of your personalities, or your names at least, set them up as apparently hired servants.
Yes.
Yeah. So everyone, make sure you've got a secret identity prepared.
Oh, I have many. Just pick a card, any card.
I pick card number 1.
Horatius Black.
Quite different to your last one. It's like someone shine.
Yep. Theodore Bright.
It's always a good thing to have loads of things.
Yeah. You forge your papers, and what's the rest of the plan for the day and for the recent days?
Well, I feel like if we go in through the basement, disguised as servants, and just mill about, I don't think we will be kind of stopped really if we just doesn't draw too much attention to us, and if anyone asks, oh, here's the papers, we will let in early this morning. That seems the safest way to get in.
If we can get through the basement, yeah.
If we can get through the basement, yes.
And we have our midnight search to do. Of me and Cash raiding the basement.
Yeah.
Which our combined efforts should be able to open it. Surely.
Right, so you just wish to mill about?
Well, like if I have time, Zacharias will try to gather even more information. Like if there's nothing else to do, he will do that.
So will Cash.
Azurius will do the same, just for the fact that he was sick of being stuck inside yesterday.
Alright, you know the rules.
Chiron has nothing else to do, so yeah.
The diplomacy are tiny. Like Zacharias says, I can beat on a 1.
Or past a 10 should then roll their d20.
All the 15s.
I think I actually rolled 15 last time I did a d20 as well.
Right, you hear all evening apparently lots of praise for Lord Thomas Halen. He's a really, really great man. And if he stood on the bridge fighting an oncoming horde of trolls, he would win, no matter their number. He's almost unbeatable, very experienced, and a wonderful commander. Best one of any keep in the watch wall. Although he always seems to be sad.
Right.
And you also, with all that knowledge, learns that he must definitely be one of the holy warriors of Mithras. And quite a capable one at that. And so we progress to the night. As Sirius and Cash get up. Probably a little later than midnight, I suppose.
1 second, I'm just de-equipping my armor so I don't take the armor check penalties.
Sure.
Yeah, because Azurius wouldn't have his full armor out. If an emergency did come up, he always has Shield of Faith, so...
But I think we'll stop here as you begin to going down to do this. And we'll start with the next time the search of the cellar.
Dun dun dun.
Dun.
But yeah, if there is an entrance there, we can get in, disguise ourselves as servants. We have papers.
Very finely done papers.
Very finely
Thanks
done
to
papers.
Cash.
Yeah. The papers are way better than our disguises, most likely.
Well, I don't know. My disguises are pretty good.
No,
Shall I
better.
demonstrate?
Well, no, I am well aware, thank you. But yeah, that would be great.
Take 10.
That would be great. We would be able to walk around in the keep pretty much unmolested. And yeah, we could sabotage the siege engines.
There's many things we can do.
Yeah. We have the lady who comes to the keep to cook the stew.
Yep.
If we do that, like the night of the attack, and we basically dump all of the rat poison we have in that.
You'll pretty much not kill, but you'll badly sicken half the military.
Yeah. And if we have killed off a few more officers, sabotage the siege engines, half the men in the keep are violently sick from arsenic poisoning.
Yo, a dozen of them are dead.
A dozen of them are dead.
Like, then you have probably like 40 of them would end up being like nauseated, another 20 that are sickened.
Mm-hmm.
Then a few dead cats.
Yeah. And launch the rocket, the bugbears attack, and
Open the gate, kill the paladin.
yeah, and we take the gatehouse, open the gates. If the paladin comes, we attack him. It would be
Kill
great.
the
It would be great to kill him before. Actually, that would be
And
that would
what
be
about the wizard?
yeah, the wizard.
We have to kill the wizard and we have to kill the birds.
No.
Or the bird master, one of the two.
The crowning achievement would be to kill Havelin, of course. I don't know exactly how, if that is even possible, if it keeps to his room all the time and is like this godlike warrior. I don't know if we
Godlike?
could touch him.
Or just highly praised.
Yeah.
The one important rule, Jonas, he can always roll a 1 on his face.
You don't really go into a fight going for that, though.
I know, but the point still stands. He could. Unfortunately, Lady Luck does not always work with averages, where it's a case of, oh, if I throw 20 spells at him, he should roll a 1 on one of them, right? Right? Doesn't work.
Just sneak up upon him all the time and like cast spells. It's like, oh, you see me in the corridor. I didn't cast a spell. Oh, he resisted. Oh, well. And keep doing that until it fails. Just suddenly he brings out his axe and smashes himself in the face.
Well, it could be any spell. I can make him jump off a bridge. I can make him die by his own murder hole.
Why is the commander suddenly running through the room towards that window? Oh no!
So the
Victory.
chance to roll a single 20 in 20 rolls is 35%. Or at least 120 in 20 rolls. Or
But we're talking about him
one.
rolling a 1 in 20 rolls.
yeah, it's the same chance. So 35% isn't really great.
It doesn't-
And you're
it's-
spending
it sounds
20
like-
turns casting spells.
It sounds
yeah.
like it should be higher. It's a 1 in 20 chance, and we're doing it 20 times.
But the chance won't ever be 1.
Yeah, it won't go down. It's like you can re-roll numbers
I
and that's
know.
what messes with it.
My point is that it doesn't feel like... It feels like it should eventually happen, but no, it doesn't work.
Well, it's likely that it would. More unlikely that it wouldn't, I suppose.
It will eventually happen, I guess.
Well, if you keep rolling.
Yeah.
I mean, if I cast 100 spells, he'd have to fail one of them eventually.
Doesn't have to.
No, but
Unlikely that he won't, but
there's a high probability.
But yeah, it seems hard to touch. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll figure something out once we get into the keep itself, because there will be. I have a feeling there will be a deluge of information in the keep itself. We've only so far been in town and just. But once we get into the keep, we should gather as much information as possible. Yeah, the cleric, the wizard, commander, the captains. Would actually something we might want to do, try to do, is to find out like more of the affair that Ederly has with Mott's wife. Like when does he meet her? So we could say to Mott, like, oh yes, we heard a rumor that Ederly is sleeping with your wife, and he's actually gonna meet her tonight. And he can storm into the room and say, "Aha!" and basically catch them red-handed.
Maybe they're using the secret basement passageway.
Well, maybe they have maybe they have a secret love nest down there. Who knows?
Nest.
Yeah, a love nest.
They're secretly rats.
Well,
Horse rats.
they might. Yeah, we have bought all the arsenic now, so rats are gonna run rampant throughout the city.
I mean, how often do they get shipments up here? Like, once a month?
I don't know.
Rats can
The
breed a lot
Alchemist
in
is
them.
gonna wake up and be all like, "Where did all my arsenic go?"
I sold it to that very nice old elderly couple. I don't really. They seemed very nice at the time. I don't recognize them. Oh, whatever. I have all this gold.
At least I'm not broke anymore.
I think I'll
I'm
buy,
glad I
you
I'm glad I
one
overcharged.
pick
my
for
50%.
one gold for each of all of these.
Imagine all the wine I could buy for this.
I now have 250 picks.
Ooh.
I can trade it one pig to 3 goats. There's a sell gold milk emporium.
Mm-hmm. The pig emporium.
Yes, but this was a rather sort of rather talkative session, rather
A lot of
investigative session.
planning.
But that's natural. I
think
suspect we
personally-
might have some intense stuff coming up sooner.
This felt more like a hangover session, but you know.
Yeah.
That
Gathering
was
a
my
lot of
fault for having
information,
big wisdom.
spending the days.
Hopefully not in vain. But we really need to get cracking. The only real thing we have done is kill Varning. And we need to get in there and start wreaking some havoc.
Party needs more wisdom. That's all I need to say.
Nah.
What item rated
Wisdom
was
is overrated.
A periapt, I believe.
because we
Which
all
is like
need
a
more.
headband.
The person who doesn't need more wisdom is Zacharias. He's fine, but
Zacharias is fine.
yeah, the rest of us just like -1, -1.
Well, I guess we'll bring our bigger role-playing hats next time. Get in character. How would you be as a servant? Think like a servant. Act like a servant.
Yes, my lord.
More work?
We didn't vote for you.
Okay.
Job's done.
My lord?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, next time we play will be Friday.
Yep.
It's like a long session, so I should have something there.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely.
Excitement.
Yes.
Did we get any experience? Probably not.
No.
We didn't really do anything. Well, we did, but
Did some investigatory stuff. But the reward comes for that mostly when you act upon it.
And that dwarf, we need to kill the dwarf too, siege guy. But he seems to be into brawling, so we should be able to pull something off there, right?
Kyron,
I really want that card game.
I mean, the best thing we could do is to like basically bring the brawl down on the whole establishment, right? Dwarves and elves and everything is fighting in a big pile, and then in that tumult we can easily off the dwarf. And then when it calms down, it's like, oh no, someone is badly hurt. Oh no, Mr. Dwarf is dead. Oh, what a terrible accident. He fell repeatedly on this dagger somehow.
Yes, he kept getting back up, but the banana peel kept staying where it was.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, we have some sneaky stuff. I mean, Cash could certainly backstab him. Kyron could, fold out those claws in the middle of a hectic brawl and just rip him to pieces. And I could cast some spells on him that would.
And I could excite the audience with murderous command.
Yeah,
I
that
found
would be great, actually.
Zacharias. I bet that's how Zacharias looked like when he was younger. as an
In my case, I
adventurer.
would have to use my long speech of I command thee. I can literally just go fight.
Yeah, and that would actually be pretty good if you. If we could get. Wait a minute now. If we could get the dwarf into a fight with someone, doesn't have to be any of us because we're kind of tough. But with someone else, and you could manage to murderous command him.
Murderous command make him attack the nearest person who we would consider a friend or ally, which would be one of the other dwarves.
To violently do that, and maybe even if it's a commoner, actually it's even better if you get him to attack a commoner because he, in all likelihood, he could very well kill him. And if he does that,
And then Brandaskar.
yeah, he's a murderer. He gets sent to prison.
We can add Forsaken on him.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually a very good idea of taking him out, I think.
I mean, I wish I knew like a language which only they knew. The fact I could say it without them not even realizing. But if we're all cheering fight, it would make it blend in perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I
No one
think.
noticed I have a bit of magic behind my word.
Yeah, well, no one will if it's the middle of a heated battle,
Literally, all Murderous Command is I say a thing with a magical flare in the background. Completely invisible, just happens. Not even somatic components, I just speak.
Exactly.
So that's actually a really good plan.
That is a really good plan. I like it.
And with the fact I have 8 uses of level 1 spells,
Just keep exactly next round. Get him!
I mean,
Keep
how many
pounding.
times can he beat my DC 17?
Yeah, just keep pounding and actually, if Jay can get a doom in, so he will have lesser saves. I use reveal the weakness. It will have like a -4 to his will save.
But he has to beat DC 17.
Yeah, that's a great plan.
As long as Kyron gets to punch people, he is all in.
This is what will probably end up happening.
Excellent.
You start shouting at him about cheating. He gets up. Everyone starts cheering. We start all cheering fight. While we're cheering, I use Murderous Command. He attacks his nearest ally. You go ahead and act like the hero and attack him to restrain him. And all's good.
Basically, we can even form 2 camps. Like, we have the dwarves, they're gonna be on his side, right? So the rest of the party tries to bring the rest of the patrons to Kyron's side, right? So like all the humans are and elves are like rooting for Kyron in this card game, and all the dwarves is on that guy, and we keep serving them drinks so they're rowdy, and slowly but surely we sort of incite them to start fighting, and when the 2 sides, clash together. That's when we use Murderous Command on the dwarf to try to kill one of them, to get him to to send him off to prison. Or if that fails, we can always, in the tumult, kill him secretly, backstabbing spells and stuff. Because, for instance, the ear-piercing scream, only he can hear it. No one else hears that, and it's sonic damage. So basically, he just hits with a wave of force that just shreds him from the inside or something. I don't know how the damage looks even.
The point still stands, the fact that though we have abilities that are very easily hideable.
Yeah.
Mine is just speaking.
Yeah.
And yours is literally just creating like ultrasound.
Yeah.
Unless a bat's flying past, no one will know.
The subtlest I get is smacking him in the face.
That's the subtlest you get.
Either that or dooming him, and then I'm like speaking demon language at him.
Like the language of Mordor.
What's the least doomish language I can think of?
Elven?
Technically Celestic would be, but I can't use that.
Celestial.
Celestial.
Supernal.
Anyone have a potion of tongues?
Nope.
So he can make his doom spell sound lovely and angelic. Oh well.
Your mom is a classy lady. He's like, oh! It is so nice to see you. But I mean, in a tumult, if we have like, I mean, it was like half a dozen dwarves, or it was like, yeah, it was like 15 dwarves or something, and we have at least or even more patrons on the other side. That's like 30 to 40 people just brawling it out in here.
Just being happily eased to keep going.
Exactly.
By drinks, commands.
Yeah. And we just get them to basically kill each other, and in that tumult, they won't notice. I don't think that anyone will notice if you cast a spell. Like the chance of doing that, probably pretty slim. So you know, you retreat into a corner, take a look at what you want. It's like you cast a spell.
Well, there's no chance of me even noticing mine anyway. It's verbal only. So
Have you tried talking in a bar fight?
it's just I'm shouting in a bar fight.
Exactly, you shout in a bar fight because
I can shout a spell. Nothing says I can't do that.
no, but you don't need to. That's my point. That's exactly my point. You only need to speak it. You don't need to shout it.
That is true, technically.
Yeah.
Because it does not actually rely on him hearing it, murderous command. It just relies on me saying it and him understanding the language if he could hear it.
Yeah.
Doesn't actually matter if the sound reaches him. Which is interesting.
And the same with my spells and Jake's spells. Like we just stand in a corner and talk, and no one will hear us, and we can rain spells upon them.
And my axe. Or something.
And my axe.
Though a great axe in a bar fight would be somewhat weird.
Yeah, we don't want that. As I said, we want to do this without getting ourselves implicated.
Really, that was why my idea of you acting like the good guy and trying to restrain him, quote unquote.
Yeah, but you fail, of course. And even though your heroics to try to stop him, he will still beat and murder his friend. Probably, you know, maybe he's armed, maybe he has his favorite war axe with him. That's for sure. Maybe Barmaid Cash can say, oh, I've heard so much about the Dwarven axes, can I see yours?
If nothing else, he'll end up getting up.
Yeah,
grabbing
exactly.
the stuff.
Exactly, we have this
Jealous.
flail on the wall here.
I think, technically, the bartender would be here, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Probably. He'd get up, the nearest person he could reach, dun, pick up the part of the charge, smack.
Oh, and then we could steal the key from the bartender and get into the cellar.
Exactly.
It all falls
that's
into
if he
place now.
That only applies if he doesn't have a weapon, but, you know.
Yeah, if he has a
Actually, no,
weapon.
Technically, you'd unarmed strike someone, but...
Well, we will supply him with a weapon, of course.
Of course, Kara's axe.
Yeah. Just bring this with me and put it here. It's my great-great-grandfather's axe. It's my favorite. It brings me good luck in card games. Yes. He will grab the axe and smash it into one of his friends. Yeah, that's great. It's lovely. I enjoy this plan a lot.
The reason I like enchantment spells.
Yeah.
It brings me such good luck because when I start to lose, I smash everyone's skulls in.
I mean, I pet kittens.
And by pet, I mean kick.
You know what disappoints me about this party?
What?
Almost everyone except Cash actually has a decent will save, despite having really low wisdom.
I have a pretty
Yeah, I have +7.
Like, yeah, +7, +3, +6, +3, and then Cash is on -1.
Yeah,
But
don't.
don't admit this, she does have +11 reflex save.
I do have even a +4 to all my saves if the source is divine.
Yeah, so basically, if I tried controlling you, you're basically immune.
Yeah, I'm like whatever.
You have +10 against all my spells, which is
Yep.
pretty high.
It is. It really is.
So, you have no fears against me.
No. Zacharias does not fear Asurius. He
Well,
respects him.
I could mace you, but that's not my style. My style is to push Jake in front of mace.
Yeah, and I think we have constructed a very good plan here.
I'm going to enjoy it. I like using my enchantment spells. We should do this more often, like inciting crowds.
Yeah.
Makes me want to pick up later in the game. I get spells that basically let me just like get to control an entire crowd.
Yeah. That's great.
Like, as
have
long as
fun
no-
plotting. I need to leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
it's getting
Talk
late.
to you on Friday, I guess.
See you,
Or
sheep.
earlier, probably.
I'm
See you.
going to go also.
Bye.
Oh, everyone is disappearing
Probably go to bed as well. Yeah.
now. What is that picture?
That's Zacharias as a teen.
uh,
What picture?
maybe. I don't know. Oh dear.
I'm not sure.
No, I'm not sure either.
Though not the normal art style I go for. Those are not half bad portraits are made.
Mm-hmm. It's too pretty anim guy. Or too angsty anim guy. But it's well drawn.
Yeah, it is.
What? What is
What?
this? Oh, this is some strange pictures here.
I think this is gonna be the only part of Demon Art. I'm just gonna keep that.
Where do I keep this?
Yeah, I find it difficult sometimes to find like portraits to use.
This was actually a pretty good pirate lady picture. Might use that in the future.
There are a lot of these like. As much as Demon Art's got those things you want to like avoid, like the plague, there's also the things like.
Yeah, it really is very mixed.
You know, I never end up really
It's
seeing
like-
pictures I don't want, and I did used to do this a lot before Manakai stopped needing my help. And Jonas never asked for my help.
It's like taking a voluntary saving throw on D&D.
Well,
Like,
I can't really
it could go
ask.
horrible, but it could go brilliant.
I can't really ask for help with things I'm gonna run with the group. You know, it's
Exactly.
like, Tina, find me a giant mind flayer. Are we gonna fight this? No, it's just something I might want someday.
A giant mind flayer, you say?
Hmm.
What would that come under? Summon Monster 6? I'm not sure. That'll be fine.
Oh wow, this is a. Here we go. Oh, come on, there we go. Yes. This is more like it.
Said I have a safety thing on my Divine Dart that it does
Oh.
not show grotesque
I have
pictures.
just found a spell that might be useful for cash.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
Protective. I can't read the second bit, but basically, shadow protects a target from light. Would that protect cash from her light blindness?
Yes.
I might need to pick that up at some point.
Ha! That necklace he has on, I know where you can buy that.
It's very stylish. There we go. That's handsome Zacharias when he was younger.
Where?
The picture I sent.
Oh, he used to be blonde?
Yeah, but then he went into his emo phase.
Coloring it every morning.
Yeah, I use
Oh.
I
That
use
hour with the book.
I use prestidigitation to color it.
Oh, this is a real douchebaggy king.
Oh, I just remembered the other spell you wanted me to get. Dreadbolt.
Oh yeah, Dreadbolt. That's a great spell.
What does it do?
I would make a token out of this guy, and he would have plot armor on, and he would be really annoying.
Meh. I'm a king. Meh. Meh. That's how he sounds when I look at him. Meh. It's a really good prince picture.
Victor!
If you want a super annoying, heroic, dashing prince, there we go.
I hate characters with plot armor.
That's the worst.
It's so annoying!
The trick is never to reveal the plot armor, though.
Yeah, but...
I mean, I have many creatures. I have many things that have plot armor, but you don't know they have plot armor.
Yeah, that's
Well,
the thing.
at some point you find out they have a plot armor, and when you just think, how the hell can they survive that?
Well, that's the thing. I don't let the players have that opportunity.
That's a trick, right? But also, you know, in D&D,
And if they do manage to kill-
you can always fall back on magic.
I know one friend who has like this plot armor that just keeps coming up, and it's starting to annoy me at this point. Almost always villains have this magical ring which lets them teleport in emergencies.
Well, you see, if you're fighting spellcasters, contingency.
Watch the player just comes out like dimensional anchor.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like if you're gonna use plot armor, like first of all, please try not to do
It
anything.
shouldn't be necessary.
Yeah, it shouldn't be necessary. You shouldn't be going into fights where you're basically setting them up like, oh yeah, this person has plot armor. Because then try to reconstruct a fight. And if you can't do that, well, try to make it as little, little noise about it as possible. Because it's pretty annoying.
I mean, in the case of like my plot armor things, it's more like, okay, if the character's actually running low on HP, I'm not gonna like make it just like, oh, they suddenly somehow don't die. Just like, okay, they will just spend the next turn evading, just like running away.
Have any of you played Heavy Rain?
Yes.
I've played a bit of it and I've seen the whole thing.
Do you mind me talking about it?
No.
I think it was really